Yeah, it's okay. Thank you, and that you can just call me Code since everybody calls me Code because I write code, so I call myself Code. So everybody call me Code now, so it's okay. And yeah, so the pen here. Okay, so today I want to talk about the future of on-chain values and creator rights. So I have to say I didn't have that much time to preparing for this presentation material. So you can see it's almost black and white, and I didn't prepare any pictures. So I just matched in some memes and like somehow emojis. Yeah, hoping nobody would get disappointing about my presentation. Okay, so let's get started. It's a presentation, my presentation. Yeah, I like presentation. Why? Because there's a present inside of it. I love present and I love receiving gifts from my friend and for my family. And everybody loves the gift. Yeah, both the sender and the receiver. Cause yeah, if you send a gift to your friend and your friend will be happy, send a gift to your family will be happy, your kids will be happy. And yeah, it's both the sender and receiver will feeling the emotion inside of these reactions. And in fact, let's looking at the abstraction because I am an engineer, so I will looking inside. So the abstraction of gifting is very similar for what we are doing on chain transferring. So like, in fact, the gifting is a ownership transfer. Let's compare what do we look like. So from the real world, how we compare that to our own chain operations. For example, we have an original owner, yeah, and there is a new owner, and the original owner can approve that I have this item. Well, let's think about that as a gift, and I can approve I have the ownership before I send it to another. And after receive that, so the new stuff and the receiver can now claim it as its own. Yeah, so it's basically the same if you think it despite of those emotion parts. So what's the problem? Let's see how people can do with a gift on chain. Okay, so this is Bob, and he just received an NFT as a gift, but he has no idea what the ETH crypto is, but he's still happy. Yeah, he's a good guy. And what does Bob need to do in order to receive or claim his gift? Yeah, first he needs to set a wallet and bootstrap some address in case of the specific network if he's using. And also he needs to charge in some tokens if he needs to do some DIY claim. And he needs to, in all these steps, he needs to check the transactions, he needs to sign the messages, and he needs to avoiding scams happening in these steps. And after finishing all these steps, what he left to him to do is praying that his NFT won't go to zero. Yeah. And now this is our Bob. He have no idea where to find his new NFT in his wallet, but he's still happy. But we don't be like him. Okay, so let's think about what does the sport and, in other words, digital objects do. So we already do that, in fact. So we have many assets released in DOPS protocols. So the core concept of the sport, or in other words, the DOPS, is we have value contained inside. Why it doesn't matter? Because let's look back. So at first, he doesn't need to charge any tokens. Yeah, if he wants to transfer, or if he wants to anything on the chain after receiving a sport or digital objects on CKB, then he can do what other people can do. He doesn't need to charge, and because we have already contained the transaction fee inside of a sport, and your sport and your DOP won't go to zero values because the value is already contained in its body, right? And So we already there, so can we go further? So can we do more things to improve this situation? Yeah, so maybe I think many of you have noticed that we announced the on-chain composing just in last month, and it's about to putting different assets together and combining different assets, even mixing tokens and pictures or any other protocols that hasn't been developed yet. Yeah, we can. Well, I am pretty sure that you can combine future assets into, for example, into node waves or into a unicorn, or you can combine a seal or a node wave together and make it your own set. And I call that a self-service value management, because you can put the different parts into a huge part and then build it up yourself to make it. You can manage value yourself. You can put whatever you want. You can put whatever, even the native CKB value inside. Yeah, so you can put many things together into a bundle. Yeah, it's a picture about that, but I won't talk that, so it will be too long. So what about creators? So you know that the web communities are very focused on creators. We have many creators in our studios, and they produce many high quality products. We love that. And for those who empowered our ecosystem, we want to provide something to help them to, at least they will get rewards from what they do, what they have done. So maybe royalties. Yeah, so can we use something simple, or we do not need to throw out what we have done before, and also we can do compatible things for the future. So I just released an open source log. It's called a delegate log. And I think currently it's the most simple way to do that, to enable multiple contracts at once. So you do not need to modify your contract. You only need to set your cell or into a different code hash and ask that Shijie already talked before. And so you can create a delegate log for a feature contract that you want to involve for additional restrictions. Like I have a contract called A, and A is a normal NFT contract, and I want to add some limitation inside of it. So what should I do? In normal way, we rewrite the A contract, the NFT contract, in order to implement some new features. But with this delegate log, you can try something that the restrictions will be an additional part inside of the transaction. Then it will be it will act like something called extension, somehow like that. For example, we can create a royalty contract, and that it only contains the logic about how much percent cost per transaction and who is receiving. And after that, you are transferring your current assets into a delegate log requiring the specific contract you just created. You do not need to modify your original log. You do not need to modify your original NFT or any other protocols contract you have written. So just use it as normal. You can combine different contracts, and you can do a very deep relationships. You just like one call another one. So I guess we can see that we figured out how we solve this problem, but I didn't show you the code because code is here. And if I show you the full code, it will be too long. The presentation will be a boring one. So let's talk about, you can check that. You can check the RFC. You can check the implementations on our GitHub. And it is welcome if you have any questions. You can ask me online or offline or just after I down there. So it's just fully on-chain and through in the mainnet. So it still needs some improvements for the original protocol. So that is the reason why I developed the delegate log. So how will NerdWave do? So I talk a lot about some generic things. So what will NerdWave do? How do we build together with creators to build together with our communities? And there are some plans. So for the first one is a co-creation platform. So we will work together with our creators, like designers, writers, and even developers can take part in this platform. And creators can deliver what they want to add into their web's world. Yeah, they can create some pictures or accessories, or some feature parts, even like contracts or some whatever they can thought. And creators will have the ability to extend their webs gears or even providing some interesting functionalities like what I already said, contracts or some other interesting things. And how do we provide the correct reward to them? And it comes to the bond point systems. Yeah, we call it bond points. So if you're holding the waves, you are getting bonds. So it will be an on-chain asset. You can trade it, you can use it, you can spend it, you can use it to do many other things. But is it a token? The answer is I don't know. At least I don't know now. But we will calling it a point. It's like when you come into 7-Eleven family market, you buying something and you will receive a point card. The more you buy, the more you will receive. And after you receive a certain point, you can use it to like free pick for some stuff or whatever. But our goal is to make our incoming a part of rewards to our holders. The longer time you hold, the longer time you will, the more bonds you will get. So what holder can do with it? And holders can use it to like create something or like trade for something or like to claim some special tokens or assets. I don't know because we are still planning for that. But I will say that we will ship it at the next year. Okay, so now this is our new Bob. Bob now holds NerdWave and TKB. Bob is super happy. Let's be like Bob. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.